Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today is day number 19. We are doing cookbooks and menus, and for some of you it's gonna be difficult because I've read all of your comments and there's apparently a lot of you who are not looking forward to today because you have a lot of cookbooks. And I gotta tell you, I used to have a lot. I've been pairing cookbooks for quite some time. I think every time I do a kitchen declutter, I get rid of at least 1 or 2 cookbooks. So I don't know how many I'm going to be able to let go of, but I want you to know that I get it. I totally get it. There's some folks who collect old cookbooks and antique cookbooks, and you know, they have a lot of them. Shelves and shelves and shelves of cookbooks. And if you're into cookbooks, it might be difficult for you to get rid of some of them. But let's face it, number 1, everything is online. Number 2, when is the last time you opened one? Number 3, when is the last time you opened one and actually used the recipe? And 4, wouldn't you like to have some more space and less stuff to dust? Because let's be honest, they just hang out in the kitchen. They get all dusty. That's one more thing you gotta work on, and then you know you have to maintain them. You cook, the splatter on them, you gotta wipe it off, you gotta make sure the pages don't stick together. There's always stuff that we put in there, you know. And then how about those recipes we pull out from magazines? Okay, I think that those are safely kept online. There's no need for us to do that anymore. Keep recipes from magazine. Now, years ago, Martha Stewart magazine, which I haven't read in a long time, used to have a page that had 4 recipe cards. You remember those? Okay. I used to collect those. I had a binder this big of Martha Stewart's recipe card. Not once, 0 time have I actually done a recipe. And then she started coming up with the recipe books, and some of those recipes in the book were in the card, so it was easier for me to finally let go of the card. But yeah, in the family there's a lot of cookbooks. Not necessarily me, but my mom has a lot. You gotta remember, if you watch the channel for a long time, and I talked about it here in bits and pieces, my grandma was a chef. So there was a lot of cookbooks in the house, and my mom has a ton of recipe cards, handwritten ones, some that she picked up from magazines like the Martha Stewart ones I was telling you about, recipes from, you know, magazines that she tear down or teared apart, or she has printouts from the internet. And Mom's kitchen is this big in Paris, so there's no need for her to have all of those, but there's something about some people like my mom, they just love to sit down at a kitchen counter and browse through cookbooks. I like to do that with etiquette books or decor books. Some people love to do that with cookbooks, so I get it, all right? So we're gonna go through cookbooks and menus, and then I want to talk to you about some changes that I'm making as I am progressing through this decluttering journey. You remember the 2 soaps I had over there? Okay, the Savon Marseille. I bought those in France when we went there in 2016. All right. The yellow one, I haven't touched it. The olive oil one, I cut a piece of it and I used it upstairs for a little bit. But that was it. And when I removed, when was it? 2 days ago, when I removed the little basket, the wire basket that had them, I ditched the basket that went to Goodwill with the rest of the stuff, and I put the 2 soaps here, and I didn't know what to do with them because I didn't want to use them. And then I started thinking about it. It's like, why am I not using them? I bought them for the purpose of using those soaps. And it's not like it's that difficult to find, because I can go on Amazon and find the same soap. So I just thought about it for a minute, and I thought about how many times do I have things that I purchase or are given to me for the purpose of using, and I just don't do it because I love them so much. I just don't use them. I don't utilize the tool, or I don't utilize the perfume or the cream or the soap, or, hold on a second, or cards that are given to me. Debbie, you recognize those? These are the cards that Debbie, she's doing her videos as well. She's the lady from England. She sends me cards, okay, that she makes. And you wanted, if you're watching her videos and you wanted to see what kind of cards she makes, this is the kind of stuff that she entirely done by her. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so it's the same thing with this, and I talked about it before. I get beautiful cards and I don't want to open them. I don't want to use them. It's not that I don't feel anybody's deserving beautiful cards. For some reason, I think they're just too pretty to use. And the soap is the same thing. I was just like looking at it. It says, I don't really want to use it because I love it so much. Well, guess what? We made some changes this week. The soap is right here in a monkey dish. The other one is in my bathroom in a monkey dish. And we are now using this at the sink to wash our hands. When this one is done, that will be it. I won't buy this kind of soap anymore, and I'm feeling so much better now that I'm actually using the stuff. Isn't that a shame? We have things around the home that we feel are too pretty to use, and then we end up not using them, and then they perish, or you break them, or you lose them. So it's just ridiculous. So I'm making some changes. There's more changes coming, but we're going to talk about that later on. Okay, so we're in the kitchen. Cookbooks and menus today. So what I'm going to do is pull out my cookbooks here. I have them all the way in the back, you know, underneath the counter. I was thinking about putting them in the other cupboard where I had the Corningware, but I have other ideas with that, and it may not necessarily be the broom and the dustpan. I'm just saying, because I have to think about those things, right? But the books have always been there, and I'm going to keep them. So let me bring the cookbooks, and then we're going to go through them real quick, and then we'll do menus, and then we'll talk about other things that I have planned for the kitchen. So I think it was a ridiculous idea to think I was going to move them over there. Why move them twice? Okay, so I'm just right here at the counter. Let me move my mouse pad. I'm going to pull that down so we're not backlit. Okay. So my goal here is to go through the cookbooks, which you've seen a gazillion times, but I want to talk through why I'm keeping, why I'm not keeping. This one is quiche in French. Mom sent it to me. I actually use it, so I'm keeping that. Okay, this is one of the books that Mom just sent me. Do you remember I told you Mom was sending me books? Okay, so I'm keeping those. And then this is the one I was putting in my blog. It's the Parisian Diet. I think that's what it's called in English. And I read it. Okay, it was very interesting. Where am I going to start it? I don't know. Okay, but I'm keeping it. Those two here, I'm keeping. This is I Know How to Cook. That's a French cookbook. And this one is all vegetable cooking that Mom's gave me as well. So I'm keeping those because for different reason, not just because they give my moms, but let's face it, when Mom comes here, she likes to go through cookbooks. I just said that, and I think it's fair for her to have books in French since she's not too keen on English, right? So I'm keeping those. The Dilly Soup I'm keeping. That was fantastic. I love that. Okay, Williamson Sonoma cookbook. I'm gonna put it in a maybe pile. This was a gift, and not once have I used it. Okay, Culinaria France. This is very good. Maybe I'm giving you ideas too, right? This is what I was talking to you about. The Martha Stewart American food. All of those little cards, they're all in there. So you don't need to keep the cards. Okay, just saying. Okay, there's one Papin here. What's the other Papin? Oh, I'm missing a Papin. Where are you? Okay, this is Jacques Pepin. He's my favorite. This is Jacques Pepin. He's my favorite. I think we've done every recipe in there. No joke. Every single one of them was done. He's wonderful. I think I have another one of his books somewhere in there. Okay, this one, I can't touch it. That's Scott's. That's the cheese primer, so we're keeping. And the same thing with the two Gordon Ramsay. These are Scott's. I'm not doing very good, am I? Okay, this is my grandma's book. One of the books that she's learned to be a chef with. See the kind of stuff she was making. Okay, this is so old, guys. I left my glasses upstairs. The Pied à Prat. And I think that in there somewhere, I still have the string that she used to mark pages with. And really I should put that in the curio cabinet rather than keeping it in here, but anyway. Yeah, it still smells like the house. Okay, definitely keeping that. Here's the second Pepin. This is the second Jacques Pepin. More food, more fast food my way. This one we've not used as much as the other, but we still use it. So keeping that. Here's another book Mom sent. The IG diet, whatever. GI, glycemic index. Okay. Pioneer Woman, this is a new book for us. I bought it, I can't remember, probably last year, and I haven't done a single recipe on it. I'd like to, but I haven't. I'm gonna keep it because I really do want to use it. Okay, this one I found at, I'm gonna say Goodwill, but I'm not sure. Or maybe I found it at another thrift shop. This is the book of French cooking. I tell you why I don't need this. Because I have the Larousse de la Cuisine, which is like the big Bible of French cooking and methods, cooking methods. So this one has been used a lot. So I'm keeping that, but I'm letting go of this one. Okay. This one. Got it at the bargain bin at the Barnes & Nobles. This is the Taste of Home cookbook. Okay. It's nice because it's all in divided section. They are easy to use. It's glossy paper, so spills don't stick to it. There's also a CD with it. You know, it's a very nice cookbook. It's kind of the equivalent of the Larousse, but for American food. So I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, this Scott bought at Goodwill for $2.99, and it's 1,000 classic recipes. And he's already marked a couple of recipes. I don't know if you can see the thing. Recipes he wants to do, so I'm definitely keeping that. Okay, this one. This was my first cookbook that my mother bought for me. I think I was 16 or 17. I don't have my glasses, so I can tell you the time on it, the year. But it's a French book about American cuisine, and there's a bunch of stuff. Oh my goodness! Oh, wedding pictures. There's wedding pictures in the cookbook. Why? There's more. Wait, there's more. What are these doing here? Okay. I don't know why they're here. This is Scott when he proposed. See, I'm opening the little ring thing. Okay. And then this is, can you see it? I'm afraid I'm out of focus. Okay, so this is wedding day, right? Here, and then we're doing the cake thing. I'm hoping I'm in focus. I don't have my glasses. I don't know why these are here. I don't know why these are here. Here's another one. I hope you can see. Okay, wedding picture, and then another wedding picture. I gotta be honest, I'm very happy I found these. Not that I thought I had lost them, because I have an album, but I think this is really, really good. Really, really cool. Okay, so I found wedding pictures. Wow. Okay. There's a problem in this house if you find wedding pictures in your cooking books. There's a problem. Going back to cooking books. Okay, these are the Dutch pantry cooking, which is funny because we are going back to Ohio in August, and I'm probably going to take you along so you get to see a little bit outside of, you know, the New Jersey area. If you're interested, in particular, if you're not from the US, you might like it. But we always stop at the Dutch pantry, and these are their recipe books. Have I used them? No. I have not used them. I haven't done any recipes from the Dutch pantry. And I'm pretty sure that every recipe that's in there I can find in the Taste of Home book. So volume 1 and volume 2. This is the maybe pie. Okay, and this is Cooking with the Fishers. This is Amish cooking, and that I have used. I've done a couple of recipes in there, in particular the 3 bean salad that they do, that's sweet and sour. I really like that, so I'm keeping this. And then this one is the Presbyterian Church cookbook, and it's all the recipes from the ladies from the Presbyterian Church where Scott's grandparents go. And in there's a couple of recipes that I've done. There are known recipes in the Ohio area, so I'm definitely keeping that. Okay. Oh, and then there's the one which I have to put back together, and then there's the one that Mom did for me, that's all handwritten. But this one I don't think I'm going to keep here, it's getting damaged. It's going to go in the courier. So that leaves me with 4 books. The Williamson-Sonoma, I don't think I've ever done anything with it. I'm going to let go of it. The Complete French Cooking Book, I have it in different format in French. I'm not going to keep those. The Dutch Pantry, there's the original one and then the volume 2. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to keep, I don't know why I'm looking at it because I can't, it's all a blur right now. I have glasses on. I'm going to keep the original book, and I'm going to let go of volume 2 because that was probably, you know, added recipes and not necessarily the original recipes. It's just stuff from later on. So I'm going to let go of that. So, not too bad. I'll let go of 3 books. Okay, 3 books. Let's go through menus. So I'm trying to keep some kind of decent light here, but I don't know if it's going to work for too long because it's 20 to 7 and it's sunset and it's Tuesday night and I really need to hurry up. I got stuff to do. So if I get all orangey or whatever, you'll understand. Okay, I have this thing right here. Okay, so I bought it years ago. And it's been in my kitchen for quite some time, maybe 3 years. Okay, so this was a impulse purchase. Okay, it was nothing other than that. It was an impulse purchase from, you name it, Home Goods, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you know, whatever. And I had some grandiose idea of what I was going to do with it. None of them worked out. Okay, so it's one of those divider thing, and the problem with it is that because I have a counter right where I'm at, I can use this one right here, I can somewhat use this one right here, can't reach the one on top. So the one on top is never used whatsoever, and I'm at the point now where I've reached, you know, and that's the great thing about decluttering in several sessions, right? Because I've been decluttering the house for a bit now on this channel, but the more I do it, the easier things are. Okay, so there's things that, for instance, the last time I decluttered the kitchen, I would have never thought of even considering or questioning myself about this thing. Okay, but now we're on declutter 3 or 4 or 5 in the kitchen, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, like, why am I holding on to this stuff? Because I really don't use it. The only reason why it's there really is to hold the menus. So, which are, well, except for this book here that has, if you know the channel, you know what this is. It's got the Christmas cookie that I do every year recipe, so that goes in the cookbooks. But that's it. That's all it holds, is all of our menus, and I think it's quite big considering that's all it's holding. Okay, oh, and then it has a replacement filter for the under the microwave, so that can go somewhere else. So I think that I am ready to get rid of this thing, and not putting it somewhere else, because old Sophia would do that. It's like, yeah, you know what, I didn't really work in the kitchen, let me see if I can put it in the office. So, you know what, I don't really like in the kitchen. 2 years later, you see it in the basement. Then you're going to see it in the bathroom. Then you're going to see it back in the kitchen. And we're not doing that anymore, okay? It serves it served us well for a little bit, and then it just became one more thing that we don't use, right? Because this thing here takes no space whatsoever. So why am I holding on to this big thing just for that little folder, which I'm about to really empty? So I thought about it, and then I remembered. There's a reason why I kept it here. It's because this girl here is too lazy to fix the hole it's hiding. There's a huge hole behind it. What happened is that we tried to install something. I can't remember what it was, but we tried to install, and it wasn't just me, it was Scott and I. We tried to install something on that particular wall years ago, and we made a big hole, and we didn't fix the hole, and I had something over the hole for a minute, and then I got this as an impulse purchase. The idea was to put it in the entryway, and I wanted to have the kids put their folders, their school folders and stuff, and the mail. That lasted about 2 days. Okay, so I didn't know what to do anymore because we were banging into it all the time, so it was really cumbersome in the hallway. So I said, hey, you know what, let me put it over here, it's gonna hide the hole. It would have been much simpler to patch the hole, paint it over, and be done with it, right? But no, I have to think about ways not to address the problem. Okay, so yeah, that's one of my issues. So you're gonna see a big hole, right? And what's gonna happen is that I'm getting rid of this, and there will be a big hole on the wall, and I'm probably gonna fix it this weekend. I'd like to say probably, I'm pretty sure I'll have time, but one way or another, this will be fixed. So let's remove it, if I even can do that, because with all the grease, I'm pretty sure it's glued to the wall now. And it was a pain in the butt to put on. Wait, there's no hole. I must have fixed it. I forgot, I must have fixed the hole. I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn it was a hole behind this, so maybe the rooster is hiding it. Hold on, let's investigate. So maybe I did fix the hole, unless the rooster is hiding it. No. I have no recollection of me fixing the hole. There was a huge hole. Wow, I fixed it. Okay, so the rooster goes back up. If I can figure out how to put it back up. In case you're wondering, it's backlit. You can't see anything. This belonged to Scott's great-grandmother on his father's side. And I have another one. You know what? We're gonna put it somewhere else. I'm keeping it somewhere else. Okay, so what I need to do now is remove the screws, patch those holes, and guess what? We're gonna leave this wall empty. The only thing I need to do, you see the cable for the TV, which we watch all the time. We got the Amazon Fire Stick on this, and we really do watch, most of our YouTube we watch here. I have to get an extension cord and run this along the wall here and underneath the cabinet so that I don't have these two here, okay? Not now. Right, so let's imagine for a second that there's no cable hanging. I emptied out this whole wall, okay? And I believe that I'm going to leave it like this because I don't have any problem with it, except that now we got this, and this is bothering me. And you backlit, you can't see it, so I gotta move back. There's nothing else. This is gonna go to donate. I am not keeping this thing. Okay, but now we got these. All right, so I really love these. They were a house warming gift from a friend of mine, and he gave us his grandmother's canisters. So these are very dear to me, and Scott, because he really likes them too. And originally we wanted to keep them in the kitchen, and we were thinking about putting them on top, all the way on top. And then I said to him, yeah, well, you know what, if I put them on top, they'll never get cleaned, okay, because I know myself. So what I'm gonna do is clean them again, even though I did it last month, so it's not too bad. I'm gonna clean them again, and they're gonna go in the dining room curio that has almost an empty shelf, so they're gonna be in there. And guess what I'm gonna do with the little shelves that are there? Can you see the little shelves? I'm ditching them. So this whole space here is going to be cleared out. Now, I'm not going to undo the shelves today because it's already, it's 6:49. I got to edit this video for tomorrow. But sometimes this weekend, that's what I'll do. I'll probably will get an extension cord and the tacks for the TV cord. And again, we watch TV. Well, we don't have cable, but when Scott is cooking or I'm cooking or I'm right here editing or browsing Facebook or whatever, there's always something playing. So the TV in the kitchen has really worked out for us. Scott really likes watching all of the, he watches some, what's his name? Some British guy who does political stuff. He really likes that. So he watches it from here or he watches it from his desk, but mostly from here. So I'm going to wash those and they're going to go in the cure cabinet. So next time, not next time, but sometimes this weekend, I'm going to finish this corner and then I'll show you the after result, right? Because I have to remove the shelves, remove the screws, patch the holes, sand them and paint because I still have some of that grapevine color. So now we'll have the whole corner here completely empty and that's going to be a big improvement. So let's do the menus real quick and then I'm done for today. So I thought that was funny, I just couldn't remember I had fixed the hole. Anyway, so look, menus, it's going to be very easy for me. I'm going to keep them in this folder, but some of them are restaurants that I know no longer exist. Okay. Good, 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 repeat, good, good, that's a repeat, repeat, good, good, Noches de Colombia, good, Nonas, yeah, but you know what, these are not even from this area. Oh no, these are the, okay, keep, keep, and keep, okay. So, that's it for menus. Not a lot, but you know what? It's a start. And this is what I'm getting rid of today. I'm letting go of this and the pile of books that's behind it. So that is it. Not too bad. So you guys, if I was out of focus the entire time, I apologize. It will be a lesson for me not to work without my glasses on. I have no idea if I'm in focus right now. But anyway, hey, not too bad, okay? So I'm actually looking forward to emptying out that space. I really am. You know, I was saying the other day, oh, empty space freaked me out, but I'm actually enjoying it right now. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put the two Campere bowls that are on the wall on the other side, because I have one wall panel on one side of the window that's going to be empty, and then the other one's got the two bowls. So I have to figure out something, but I'm definitely keeping those. Okay, so that's that. I hope you enjoy this video. I thought I was going to horrify you with a big hole in the wall, but apparently I took care of that and I forgot I took care of it. So yeah, I do take care of stuff once in a while. Food for thoughts with regards to cooking books and decor in the kitchen. I'm really done with having decor on the kitchen walls. It's just too much to maintain, even though when you do the fly lady, there's an entire week worth of kitchen work with the decor and stuff. It's too much. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So I'm streamlining everything. This has been working great for us to have the Corningware in there, to have the coffee cups right above the coffee station is working too. Yeah, I'm making really good progress in here, so I'm happy. I hope you're happy with your decluttering, and if this is the first time you do a big round of decluttering like I am doing with this 30 bags in 30-day challenge and you find it very difficult to get rid of stuff, do not panic, because the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it's really getting easier for me to take a good look at all my possessions and decide what can go and what can stay. And sometimes some things need to stay. So, you know, you end up being better with your decision making. And not just that, you also make faster decisions. I have noticed that this round I'm making faster decision. I'm no longer agonizing, well, except the wedding shoes, which I think I'm gonna let go of. I'm almost there. Okay. I'm no longer agonizing over whether or not I want to keep something. There was maybe 2 items this round. I'm not done, okay? We're gonna do photographs at some point. But yeah, I think it's easier for me to make decisions. I'm doing them faster. And one of you asked me, actually several one of you have asked me if I had any regrets. None. Zero regret. I'm very happy, very at peace with the decisions that I've made. I'm only keeping the stuff that I really want, okay? And a lot of it is impulse purchases, thrift shop finds, curb finds, stuff that was given, stuff that was passed me down, and it's just all that stuff becomes a burden to you when all you do is not only just manage it and clean it, but constantly ask yourself, why am I keeping this? Do I need to keep this? Why is it still here? Where can I put this? And it's this constant merry-go-round of possessions that we have, of things that somehow we feel obligated to keep. Oh, but I paid a lot of money for it. Hey, you know what? You used it. It's not worth that much money anymore. Let it go. Bless somebody else with it. Okay? So that would be my pearls of wisdom for today. I will see you tomorrow for day number 20. We're doing the pantry, and I'm going to try to reorganize it a little bit, though it doesn't need it. But since I made an empty spaces where the Corningware was, I'm thinking maybe I should use that for the cereal boxes because they're really tall and cumbersome. So we'll see. I'll see you tomorrow. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe right here in the corner. Go down below and check out the playlist with all of the other participants to this challenge. There's a lot of newcomers, a lot of folks are doing a fantastic job, and I am giving you kudos and props on my Facebook page. But if I have forgotten about you, it's difficult for me to track this stuff, like who did I talk about or not. Please PM me, send me a message and let me know, hey, you forgot to mention me, and I will absolutely mention you, okay? Debbie, I am using your cards and I am using my soap, but I'm definitely using your cards. I have to send a thank you card this week and I'm using your cards. So there you go. I'm making progress. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.